Hero or traitor? The remarkable story of someone who's been called the greatest hero spy or spy hero of World War II. But you won't know his name. Are you guys excited?
Absolutely.
I am.
Yeah, you should be, because this is the remarkable story of Roman Chernavsky. You can read a lot more about this if you click on the link below this. And by the way, I highly recommend you subscribe. Shaken or not stirred, either way, you need to subscribe yourself to this story bond if you're looking up at the spy, because this is really a remarkable story. Roman Chernavsky was in the Polish Air Force and somehow wound up in France, like many of his compatriots, after the fall of Poland, where he set up a secret spy organization. Not something you do every day. Have you ever set up a spy organization, John?
Oh, I've always wanted to, but I just never had time to get around to do it, you know?
I can see you I can see you gambling the crown's money away obviously for the good of the nation.
Absolutely.
In some casino or something, whilst trading witty barbs with an East
losing lots of money at Pontoon.
Babbage. Just the circumstances don't require your unique skills in that area, John. But Roman Chernavsky was the right man at the right time. So he set up this organization called Inter Alliés. I don't know how to say that in a French manner. So he was briefly in the UK and then went back into France and set up the Inter Alliés. You guys have never probably heard of the Inter Alliés. I have to admit, neither had I. It turned out that it was quite an active underground organization with the fall of France. But the story takes a tragic turn. And this is why I put this one as hero or traitor, because Chernavsky went by a variety of code names, and some of his code names were German. Because tragically, it turns out that Inter Alliés was penetrated by the Germans, and the co-founder of the organization was captured and was, as they say in spy parlance, turned. And basically, this person, in fear for their own lives, agreed to inform on all the other members of the network. So this was common spy stuff for the Second World War. And Chernavsky was also caught as a result. And then, of course, he's faced with this terrible, terrible dilemma. In order to survive, you have to betray other people. And so he decided to betray his cause for a good reason. He was turned as well. In November 1941, he was arrested, betrayed, as I said, and turned. And he came to the UK in 1942 as a German spy. But he wasn't just an agent or a double agent, it was a triple agent, because Chernavsky had no intention of betraying the Allied cause and actually turned himself into MI5, would you believe, or MI6 and MI5, and ended up working as a British agent, giving information back to the Germans. Yeah. So he was turned and then turned again.
Incredible.
Did he have an identity crisis? Did he forget who he was?
Well, check this out. I do love the British Secret Services during the Second World War, because they were, if you read the reports, and this is all based, the story, if you click on the link below the video, it's all based on recently released reports from the National Archives, secret reports that have like pots brimming with sesterce have been unearthed after many, many years hiding in a dusky car park, no doubt. Very much our milieu for the What's Up Poland program.
Oh yeah, we like that kind of stuff.
We really do, don't we? And this one has been unearthed, and it's brimming with amazing stories. It did turn out actually he wrote a book in the 60s, but it'd been long forgotten. But so his code name briefly for a period was Brutus, because the British authorities were concerned that his story wasn't necessarily kosher, as they say, and possibly didn't add up, and perhaps he was actually a traitor. So it's one of these amazing Second World War stories of subterfuge and drama and tragedy and betrayal and heroism, and it's unknown. It's not a really well-known story. So that's why I always say, guys, if you have one thing you do with your finger today is to make sure you click on the link below the story, because you're going to find out more. So here's where the plot of Valente, as he was called, or Brutus, this agent Roman Chernavsky, gets really exciting. So he was instrumental in the remarkable program known as Operation Fortitude, which was this huge amount of misinformation sent across to the Germans, the Nazi Germans, about where the Allied landing for D-Day was going to take place. We've just had the anniversary on the day of the recording, practically a couple of days ago, and he was sending information across that this landing was going to be at Calais. Now, it's a well-documented fact that the Nazis believed that landings would take place elsewhere and held back key reserve forces in order to be able to handle any other landings, and this enabled, thank the Lord, the Allies to get a toehold on France. So with all this to say, I have to admit, this was a remarkable story about a hero we'd never met before. And I think the best thing to do would be to find out more about this remarkable chap and his life. And there's the title of his book there in the article by clicking on the link below.